Joanto Basu from Belém, Brazil, COP30 venue, media center to be precise. Now, we are here in the first day of the second week of COP30, and this is called the defining week. It is called defining week because in this week, all the major decisions are to be taken as the political leaders across the world, almost 200 countries, are supposed to assemble. Some have come, some are coming, some will be coming shortly. We'll sit together and trying to find out a solution which is acceptable for all. Now, at this point of time, it is very difficult to say what is actually going to happen 7 days from now or about 5-6 days from now, because things change very, very quickly in COP. That's what our experience says. But we can definitely try to assess the indicators of what is the situation right now and in which direction it is going. If I can put some of them with you, share with you. First, I think the most important is the global goal of adaptation. As we know, this COP is not a finance COP. That was the last year in Baku. So we don't expect much decision on finance. The major issue here was the NDC. So NDC is not all, but a part of it, a major part of it has been already submitted. But what is very important to accept the global goal of adaptation? We all know adaptation is something which is very, very important for the developing economies like India, also for the least developing countries, the vulnerable countries. And for last 3 years, we have been discussing and we are supposed to finalize right here at Belém. Now, this year, this decision has struck a bit of a wall because there are divergent opinions about the GGA. While one group wants the GGA to finalize and roll out with the indicators being done, another group is saying, mainly the African countries and the Arab group, they're saying that what's the point in rushing it when we don't have the money? They want the GGA to be pushed back for a couple of years, look at the money part of it, and then only go ahead. But the dominant seems to be, we have to go with the GGA this year. There is a third opinion emerging, that let's have the GGA rolled out this year, and let's finalize the finance next. So it is very difficult to say that where exactly we will finalize at the end of this week, but clearly GGA is a point of real debate this year. Now, another part is when we call it GGA is the adaptation finance. So finance overall may not be issue, but adaptation finance is a real issue. Originally supposed to be 50-50 with mitigation. The lack of market pressure, or I would say the market pressure, ensured that funding in adaptation is far, far less than it should have been. And that's hitting hard the vulnerable parts of India, South Asia, and the global South in general. So adaptation finance is a major issue, and that is going to be debated hotly. Another point is the just transition. Now, just transition is an issue which seems to be on the track. There are several meetings, there are discords, but we expect some decision to come on the just transition, maybe at the end of the COP. And loss and damage, already we have some movement, so we expect that to be included as well. But the one thing which come up as a dark horse so far was the fossil fuel roadmap. When this COP started, nobody thought that fossil fuel roadmap is going to be a major issue. In fact, when I spoke to the COP presidency just before the COP, he said that fossil fuel roadmap is not part of the discourse. But with a lot of pressure from outside and inside, we have seen at least 3 major meetings coming close to the COP venue, demanding the fossil fuel to be pushed back. We have seen about 18 countries form a consortium asking for the fossil fuel treaty to have a roadmap. So all these are creating pressure on the presidency. So it is expected, many are expecting that a roadmap may be created here at Belém to cut down on fossil fuel, because already UN has decided by 2050 the fossil fuel has to go. But how it will go? The roadmap has to come up. So either we look at in the best possible scenario to a roadmap, or I think a roadmap to roadmap. Maybe a decision that the next COP or the next COP after that, there will be a roadmap. So that's the kind of situation right now. We keep our finger crossed. We look at the people around. We keep our ear on in the corridor, and we will bring whatever the information, messages, official, unofficial, semi-official, with you, and try to probe where we are going. But the last part, I would say, just now a report has out on the methane emission, which is very important for India, and which is showing that India is one of the major countries emitting methane. Now, Western countries are putting pressure on India for a long time on methane emission and trying to push them on agricultural issue. India is resisting it, saying it's not a mitigation, it's an adaptation. So, a lot of discussion to be held on that line as well. So, that's as of now from the COP venue. Myself, Jayanta Basu from the Plurals, along with my colleague Vishnendu Bhattacharya on camera. Let's keep a finger crossed and see what's happening in the next few days.